Everyone. So I'm about to go get some lunch with my brother and some friends because I got nothing else better to do. But I'm waiting outside, and also Athena's out here. Athena, she's sniffing. Up. There she is. Hello. Say hi. And we are just relaxing until I have to go, huh? I had class today, and in class I had to work on we looked at everyone's self-portraits, which they were all kind of more like contemporary, which was really interesting. I loved seeing everybody's stuff. But one second. Sorry, I had a phone call. So we looked at everyone's portraits, and then our assignment this week is kind of like to think of a painting as a puzzle, making sure that all aspects of your canvas or your painting surface is worked on and strategically pieced together, and we're given kind of like a lot of freedom so we can do however we please. And so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking maybe doing like an animal painting because I like painting animals and that would be way more fun for me. So I might be doing something similar to that. But yeah, we'll see. So I'm about to be picked up, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So I'm back home. My makeup looks okay, but I need to kind of like lay down for a second. Let me grab this. I'm writing in my teacher planner. I'm going to kind of open up, start some slides, get things planned in there because I have to do virtual, so I want to make sure that everything's planned at least for the first week and that everything kind of correlates. Having quarantine and virtual learning does kind of mess up some of my plans. I could definitely alter them easily, no problem, but it's gonna be a little while longer before I can do anything because like I just don't know what's going to happen. Gotta make some extra lessons and projects to correlate with being virtual, and so I'm going to have to do making paint session, especially for painting, and Art Through the Ages. I have to do a lesson and I have to integrate that. I had a general plan, but it turns out I might have to be doing something a little bit different. With that being said, I need to make tons of PowerPoints. I need to set everything up. I want it set up. Oh, hi! Sorry, my dog, she's hyper because I was gone today and she has been attention needy, probably bored, because she doesn't do very much, so she's probably really, really bored. Anyways, sorry, I have a little bit of a headache. I took medicine to try to cope with it, but my eyes are just dry, so they're really strained right now. So, it's basically what I'm doing is transferring what I have to teacher planner, making sure I have PowerPoint slides and everything ready to teach a lesson. And I don't know how I'm going to do the lessons because I do have to integrate the days where it's twice, where I'm doing 2 lessons a day, or 2 lessons for each class a week, because my students come in Monday, Wednesday for like a set of students, and then I also have Tuesday, Thursday kids, because I do a charter school. Some of you, I think, watch my videos are from my school. Hi. So that's basically how it's working. Last year it was Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday. This year it's Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. So one kid comes in on a specific set of days. So if I went to school there, and I chose Tuesday, Thursdays, I would go Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's how we're working it. So gotta handle that. I still haven't gotten binders or anything. I was just gonna wait to see if the school had extra binders I could use, because I don't want to spend money And if they do, great. If not, not a big deal. I can make do and use the ones that I have, not a problem. I think I have a couple over there anyways, so I think we're okay. Anyways, so I have those to deal with, and I am going to kind of get started. I like working on my bed lately, whether it's schoolwork, painting, planning. I've just been feeling working in my bed. I feel a lot more comfortable that way, and I get things done a lot more. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. Get that done. Update on my self-portrait. I don't think my professor liked it as much as the other ones, because the other ones were more contemporary and more like, not abstract, but kind of a little bit more different from your stereotypical. But my painting for sure is kind of a little bit more on the realism side. Like, it's more like surrealistic because I have some weird elements that play into it, so I don't think he liked it as much as the others. Not a problem, to which their own. Like, it really doesn't bug me. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Like, I was just doing a self-portrait because I was asked to, and I don't do self-portraits or portraits in general of people. And this next assignment, we have free range of anything. I'm thinking maybe an animal portrait, because I like animals and I know that I'd have the most fun with that, and I could add so many details along it and just kind of create that balance of what he's looking for. Basically, the theme is like a puzzle. When you're creating a painting, it's every part of the painting needs to be reasoning. So if I'm including this, if this gets cut out, is that important to the piece, pretty much, of your artwork? So that's kind of like the theme of it. And I think that an animal portrait / landscape would be a really great idea, because you get to kind of see kind of like what goes and like stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's how I'm gonna go. I really love like woodland creatures like deers and stuff, so I might kind of go along those lines. I'm not quite sure yet. I just have to kind of come up with some things, and I have to do a 1-on-1 Zoom tomorrow, so gotta do that, or tomorrow or Thursday, I'm not quite sure which one. But yeah, so I better get started. I've been ranting for quite a long time, so I shall talk to you guys later. Bye. So I'm gonna kind of go over what I have here. So I go in the 17th. So the 17th is the day for like those who volunteer to come and work on campus, which we are allowed to work on campus. We're still practicing social distancing and having masks. So we can come in the 17th and set up our classroom. So this is kind of a little bit of a list that I have that I want to do during this week. Oh, and let me add. So I have things like organizing supplies. When I got there, I had tons of supplies in boxes. I just went through there because I only had an hour in my room before I left. So I just went through, see what I had, and I don't even think that was all of it. That was only some of it, so we'll see how much more I have. If not, I have what I have. And we have these like little gutter things that the previous teacher put canvas board to hang those up, because she did kind of like free art in a sense, where they can kind of paint whatever they feel, which I'm not, so I don't want those on the wall. As well as now it's going to take up more space than I need for students at desks, so when we come back, that is definitely not ideal. I have a better than paper board, so I have bulletin board, what needs to go up, the paper on wall, because we do tons of presentations, so if we come back, I want them to be able to put their presentation stuff up. Make names on wall. Oh, so I have like each wall labeled, so I have painting and drawing right now, but I need these 2 classes up there because I don't have those classes. Clean desk and supplies, yes, because I don't think they've been cleaned, so just have different ideas. I'm gonna kind of tab this real quick and show you like the setup idea concept. that I went with, but I'm going to change it because I just kind of thought of a way that I think might work better for me. But it all just really depends on what I decide. See if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So this is kind of like, so this is kind of like the layout of my classroom. Like the door is up here and the sink is in the back, so where the window is. The window's over here. I still want the couch by the window, but I'm thinking instead of having my teacher desk like around over here, I might switch it to be next to the door because the plug would fit better by the door, and I could also even flip it to where the couch comes over here, so that way I have way more utilized space over here. I mean, it's the same space, but I could utilize it a lot easier, especially with the sink. They're closer to the sink and all that fun stuff. That's why I wrote this in pencil, because I can arrange it in any way. I just felt that if I had my teacher desk where I would like it to be, I'm not going to be able to utilize the space as much, especially because, as you see, the desk can come out here, but then up here, there's not enough room for more desks and more easels for the kids to work on. So if I condense myself up here with the couch, I am still able to use as much space over here. I have like a little outlet over here that they need to get to in case of emergencies. I can stick my early finisher table and all these different things more on this side compared to how I originally planned it. So this was a great way to kind of think about it. I'm going to reorganize that, but I just kind of wanted to briefly talk about that for a second because I just kind of wanted a pre-game because I only have a week to set up my classroom, and I don't want to spend the whole week trying to rearrange, especially because I think I might be by myself, which is not fun doing that, and like especially because everything's heavy. I also label supplies. I like to have everything labeled so they know what they're looking for. Typically on the ones that I have now, they also have pictures to match, but these ones don't, and I think they'll be fine with that. I need to set up an early finisher table with books and things for them to do if they finish early, because sometimes kids finish early. I want to do paper flowers because I have tons of tissue paper in my classroom, so I can just use some of those and get some things up, especially for my welcome door, because I'm going to use the Better Than paper, and then I have these cute little banners that say welcome, and so I think I'm going to put those down maybe like this and have it say welcome coming down, and then I can have some little flowers come off of it so it looks really cute. That way the door is a little bit more decorated, because the one I have, I don't like how they decorated it. It's dirty and dingy, and I think that would be a little bit easier. And then these are kind of more like the simplicity that I can get done sooner. We're using Google Classroom, I think, so I want to use make sure that's set up in time. Get everything set up for the first day, so that just means making sure all the PowerPoint slides are done and all the lessons and everything they have access to. I need to organize the artwork that the students did last year, so if we come back, or if there's any way I can have their PLTs come and pick up their work for them so they have their work, they can get those artworks from last year. I need to put together a sub-binder, my binder, of all my important papers and other things like attendance logs and stuff like that. And I will have like an attendance binder, but that way I keep track that I'm making sure I'm doing attendance regularly and like making just a checklist for me. And then I need to make examples for my projects. So things like the first project, we're going to do like a puzzle piece, so that way they have an idea of what to do. And I might have a couch, so I don't know what the standards are, so I wanted to make sure that a couch would be okay in the classroom because of fabric. I know some school districts are not allowing it, so I have a big email I have to email and ask. And then the 24th is our first day, so this is kind of how I ran down what I'm going to do. I only have 40 minutes per class, so I'm going to try to make the welcome side quick. And also how to clean supplies. My students are terrible at cleaning supplies, so I want to get that established so that way they have supplies, they can properly take care of it and not spend money. And we're going to just do a puzzle piece assignment where I can get to know them and they can kind of be a little artsy and kind of be a lot more free about it. And then, so that's the Monday and Tuesdays. Same thing because they're 2 separate days. And then the Wednesday and Thursday are their presentation days. And I'm also going to do lesson 1 in my textbook, Art and Focus. I have a PowerPoint slide already for that, where it's basically art appreciation, why we do art, why is art important. Just a pre-warm up to get them ready for that. And then the next week, I'm going to do prepare a surface, especially for painters and things, even in drawing, so that way they know about papers and things that they can use. I just kind of wanted to make sure that they have those supplies and how they can acquire them, so that way they have it. And then for the most part, everything that we're going to paint, I'm going to teach them how to make egg tempera paint, which I'm going to practice and work on that as well. And for these projects, and I'm also going to use that paint to paint something, not something difficult, complicated, just kind of something simplistic, so that way they can see and play with it and learn how to use it. And drawing, we're going to go over negative and positive. We'll do a project and I'm going to do a PowerPoint slide teaching them about it, so that's kind of different from the other classes because it's drawing. And then the same thing on Thursday, and that's kind of like the lesson plan that I have for right now. Just kind of wanted to go over it just so you can see how I'm going about it. I might continue, I might not, because what I have here, I had them kind of more days because I didn't know when we were starting. I had everything a little bit different, but now I think I can squeeze some things, and I kind of played around with some ideas, so some of them might work, some of them might not. I'm just gotta toss around and play with some ideas, but for sure this is exactly what I'm doing for the classes for the month of August, which is only 2 weeks. If that, like, not really, barely 2 weeks, but that way I can kind of get things a little bit more prepared for a couple of weeks and make sure that they're all able to get things done. I do think that I probably might not be getting very much done with this puzzle piece project, but the puzzle piece project is a really small project. I don't expect them to work very large at all. And I'm also going to send them the actual paper of the size of the puzzle piece. It's just a simple doodle thing to showcase who they are. Something simple and easy, something I would expect them to be able to do in class in 55 minutes, so nothing too crazy. So I think presentations would be good. One, as like a start, I get to know them, their personalities, how they do things, and also showcase to everybody their piece. So I think that would be a great way to do that, and just kind of have them talk about it a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of my plan. I definitely have a better hang of how to not just lesson plan, but how to get things done virtually. I'm definitely going to do a warm-up with somebody first, especially for the first day, time it to see how long everything will take, which will be a lot, and trying to keep up to date with all of it because it's extremely hard to kind of get things done and how to get things done, and just making sure that everything's good to plan. And it's so much harder to teach art virtually when students aren't there. And I mean, we do have wonderful technology that does help us get more connections and things like that, which I'm extremely grateful for, but it is a little bit harder to kind of distribute. We can't distribute supplies, I don't think, and all these different things, so it's a little bit harder. So I'm trying to make it simplistic as possible. Same with like making paint, so they know and they have the recipe and they can do it. So, and I'm also going to record that session, so if they need to go back and remake something, they have that, because not everybody's going to have all the paint they need, not everyone's going to have the surfaces they need. So things like cardboard and things like just all these surfaces are going to be so much easier to be able to teach them how to do. So that's kind of the plan, and I'm going to go to the bathroom first, and then I'm going to kind of start on the prepare the surface slides, as well as making paint slides and pulling up and creating some videos to kind of not creating videos myself, but like pulling up some videos and linking them to my slides, so that way I'm able to keep different things up and going for my class. But I think that's gonna be it for today's vlog, and also teacher prep, because I should have been teacher prepping a lot more than I have, but I'm a procrastinator. I do things last second, and even so much more last second that I have 2 weeks of class left and school on top of that. So that being said, wish me luck on my crazy adventure, and I will talk to you guys later.